Rolls of aluminum foil or parchment paper are often bulky and tend to roll around inside kitchen drawers. Every time you need to use them, you have to pull the whole box out and find space to cut the sheet, which can feel inconvenient while cooking. A neat trick is to attach two adhesive wall hooks to the inside of a cabinet door, then slide an adjustable curtain rod through the center of the foil or parchment paper box. The rod holds the box securely in a horizontal position right on the cabinet door. This way, you can pull and cut the paper directly without removing the entire box. The box also stays in place instead of rolling around or falling whenever the cabinet door is opened or closed. This idea makes use of the empty space behind cabinet doors, keeps the countertop cleaner, and makes everyday cooking much more convenient. Sometimes, a small change in storage can make the kitchen feel far more organized and easier to use. S-hooks are super useful for hanging handbags vertically. The straps won't get tangled together anymore, so everything looks much cleaner. And choosing a bag before going out becomes way faster too. Instead of leaving shoes scattered all over the floor near the entrance, I use these two shelves to organize everything neatly. Each layer can hold 1 or 2 pairs of slippers or shoes. Because of the vertical stack design, they don't take up much floor space at all. I used to hate cleaning around my plant pots because they were heavy and really inconvenient to move. Whenever I got to that area, I had to lift the pots with both hands or drag them to another spot, which was especially tiring with larger plants. Sometimes I had just finished cleaning the floor, but when moving the plant pots around, leftover water and soil underneath would spill out and make the floor dirty again. On some days, the damp soil even left dark marks on the floor, so I had to keep wiping the same area over and over again. Then I tried using a plant saucer with 4 small wheels attached underneath. I just placed the pot on top and the whole thing can move smoothly without any lifting. Since using this setup, I can simply nudge the pot with my foot or gently push it by hand whenever I clean the floor. The wheels make moving the pot super smooth and quick, even with heavier plants. The saucer underneath also catches excess water after watering the plants, so the floor no longer gets wet or dirty with soil. When I need to clean the floor, I just slide the plant to one side, wipe underneath, then move it back into place. Opened plastic packages usually make kitchen shelves look really messy, especially when every ingredient comes in different packaging. Sometimes they don't seal properly after opening, so they can easily spill over time and make everything look even more cluttered. But once you transfer everything into matching glass jars, the whole space instantly looks completely different. You can easily see how much is left inside, so it's much easier to refill things without digging through every single package anymore. Picking herbs off by hand can take a lot of time, especially when you need to prep a big batch for cooking. A lot of herbs have thin stems and tiny leaves, so after just a few minutes, your hands can start to get tired, and the leaves can easily get bruised or scattered all over the counter. Instead of stripping each stem by hand, you can use a steamer basket to make the job much faster. Just choose a hole that fits the stem size. Thread the stem through it and pull it down firmly. As you pull, the edge of the hole holds the leaves on top while the tough stem slides through underneath. With just one quick pull, most of the leaves come right off, so you don't have to sit there picking them one by one anymore. This trick works especially well for herbs like cilantro, coriander, thyme, or rosemary, because it saves a lot of prep time and keeps the leaves from getting crushed as much. The cabinet for pots and pans used to be really messy because pans, lids, and trays were always stacked on top of each other. Every time I wanted to take one item out, I had to lift the whole stack, which took time, made a lot of noise, and sometimes scratched the cookware. I tried using 2 adjustable tension curtain rods inside the cabinet, and it surprisingly made everything much more organized. I installed the 2 rods horizontally and parallel inside the cabinet to create separate sections for standing lids, pans, and cutting boards upright. Since they're adjustable tension rods, I just twisted them into place between the cabinet walls without drilling or using screws. Each lid or pan stays upright and easy to grab. At first, I only had 2 stainless steel baskets and 2 stainless steel paper roll holders left over in the kitchen. Separately, they looked very simple and took up space, while my coffee packets, tea bags, and cosmetics were always scattered around the table and looked messy. First, I placed the 2 stainless steel rods parallel to each other and used zip ties to secure the first wire basket at the bottom as the first shelf. Then I attached the second basket on top to create a compact 2-tier rack. The stainless steel frame made the rack sturdier and gave it a much more modern look. After securing the frame, I took the entire rack outside and spray painted the whole surface. You can choose a cream white color for a clean, minimalist look, or black and gold for a more modern aesthetic. After spraying, I left the rack to dry completely for a few hours, so the paint could set evenly and firmly. Once finished, this 2-tier rack is perfect for placing inside a kitchen cabinet to organize coffee, tea bags, sugar jars, or small drink packets. The extra upper shelf helps maximize the storage space, making everything look much neater and easier to grab instead of stacking items messily together. What I love most is that this rack is both compact and multifunctional, working perfectly in both the kitchen and vanity area while still looking stylish and modern. Many people clean kitchen cabinets with a cloth, making high areas hard and unsafe to reach. As a result, dust and grease often build up on top cabinets and near the ceiling. A simpler method is using a microfiber mop, which picks up dust and grease well and can reach small gaps easily. Just lightly dampen the mop head and wipe from top to bottom. The long handle helps clean high corners, cabinet tops, and narrow spaces without climbing. For greasy spots, wipe horizontally first, then vertically to remove all buildup. The microfiber head also helps prevent water streaks on wood or glass surfaces. After cleaning, simply wash the mop head and reuse it later. This method saves time and makes cleaning high kitchen cabinets much easier. Clean your microwave as soon as you notice food splatters inside instead of waiting too long to clean it. While reheating food, sauce, grease, or soup can easily splash onto the walls and glass inside the microwave. But many people ignore it because it doesn't seem too dirty yet. However, if left too long, these food stains will dry out and harden after being reheated again and again. I usually put a few lemon slices into a small bowl of water and microwave it for about 2 to 5 minutes. The steam from the lemon water helps soften grease and food stuck on the inside walls. The natural lemon oils also help remove odors, so the microwave feels much fresher after cleaning. After heating it, I just wipe everything gently with a microfiber cloth, and the stains come off easily without hard scrubbing. I also make sure to wipe the glass door, the turntable, and the inside corners because food splatters often hide there. Cleaning early also helps reduce bacteria buildup and prevents odors from transferring between different foods. It only takes a few minutes, but it keeps the microwave cleaner, fresher, and much more pleasant to use every day. Many people cut grapes one by one for kids or salads, which can take a lot of time, especially when preparing a large amount. Since grapes are round and roll easily, they can also slip while cutting and end up uneven. A quick trick is to use 2 plastic plates or flat lids to hold the grapes in place and slice them all at once. First, place all the grapes on a plate or flat surface. Then place the second plate on top to gently hold the grapes in place. Don't press too hard, just enough to stop them from rolling away. Next, slide a long, sharp knife through the gap between the 2 plates and cut straight across all the grapes at once. The plates keep the grapes steady and create a safe space for the knife to move through easily. Once you lift the top plate, the grapes underneath will be evenly sliced in just a few seconds. This trick is especially useful when preparing food for children because halved grapes reduce the risk of choking. It also saves much more time compared to cutting each grape by hand. With just 2 plates already in your kitchen, a small but time-consuming task becomes much quicker and easier. Sometimes, the simplest tricks are the ones that make everyday cooking feel much easier.